Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mohammed Burhanuddin. This is my mistake number, and today I would like to discuss about Whitehead from the sixth thinking style. And this is Whitehead. So Whitehead basically it is a technique, a thinking style from the sixth thinking head, and Whitehead thinkers actually focus on the available data, available figure, and they also think about soft data like emotion, feelings, and so on. And what thinking head actually thinks about what information they have and what information are missing, and it also think about if the current trends are continue with the available information, what will be the an organization's future. It's also decide. And this is what is also a process to derive the information, like if information are missing based on the information available, if information are missing, so Whitehead thinkers are giving the process to how to derive missing information. So it is also what head thinkers have decided. So in the Whitehead there are common question arise like what information available right now. Whitehead thinkers are evaluate with the what information are available right now and what information are missing. At the in the same second question, it's saying what information are missing. Available based on available information, Whitehead thinkers are come out about what information are missing. And the third question, it is a process. By using Whitehead, how the missing information are derived to use in the future to improve the organization. And this is the summary of thinking about IIM based on Whitehead. So I have think about Whitehead based on the thinking style in the IIM. So for the first, I come out Kulliya increasing. It is I think it is very important for the university for the international students because in the IIM Gombang campus there is 9 kulliya including Sulphate, and other kulliya like medicine and science and other kulliya are in the different campus like Kuantan, Pagu. So they are almost in the village area. So from the information I got that there are international students are facing very problem like there are international activities are hardly used and international students are very few, and the main problem they are facing international fort there. So there is most of the students are locals. For that, make the more globalized the university to all over the world, IIM campus. IIM Gombang campus can add the medicine and science campus, science department in this campus to make easier to the international students who are coming from all over the world. They even know what campus are in the village, what campus is in the town. So this is the thinking. This is the thinking summary I have come out. And the secondly, measure selection. Measure selection, which is very uncommon thinking. Then I have come out like for measure selection in the IIUM in any respective kulliya, there is an information I have got that there are a specific criteria to select the measure, and the courses are categorized in the respective measure, but there is no information about the profession. Like if I learn this specific measure, what profession I can go and what profession I can't go, there is this information not included in our department. Just as in KICT, like if I get the measure and I got the some courses, specific courses I have to take, but I didn't get any information about by learning this subject to what profession I can go or what profession I can't go. This information I did not get. So, just as ICT, university may add related profession list along with the course in the major selection. This is helpful for the students. This is a more professional way, I think. And the fourth, this is also very important part of the thing of the my hosted thinking, like for international student, as I can see in all the canteen, I can see many international food corner for the food corner with affordable price, like 10 ringgit. Within 10 ringgit we can get the rice and some curry and everything we can get within 10 ringgit. But in the academic building, academic kulliyah, in our respective kulliyah, we have the international food corner, but it's not enough. It's not enough. With the affordable price we can get any food. So university, for make it easier for international students, university may allow or add some international food corner in the academic building or respective kulliyah to make it easier to find international food in our kulliyah. And the fourth, lastly, international contest. International contest, it is also uncommon, I can say. Like, from the information I can get, in 2019, a group of international students are attending the Singapore contest. It's likely coding contest, and they got the second place there. And they went with their own financial support, whereas university doesn't have any information about international contest. At the same time, international contest make the university more famous, more well-known, and international contests that bring some positive vibes internationally. And who students are willing to join any international contest, attend any international contest for coding in any subjects, but university doesn't have any information. So in this particular point, I can say university may add information on their annual budget, like financial support to the students who are willing to join international contest in all over the world. So which may lead a university to a positive rank or positive place in coming future, you can say. So this is my thinking style. I think this thinking style university may use on their plan to add the more values in future. So this is my part. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Barakallahu feekum.
Assalamu alaikum. It's Karim Fuzbul. So it's our presentation for thinking has assignment. In this presentation, I will be presenting two hats, which are red hat and green hat. So in red hat, which is about intuition, feelings. For my feelings, I think because now the emerging technology is AI and the sector is improving very rapidly. Guys like Elon Musk or some like them, so they predict like in 5 to 10 years we'll be able to see those things in action. So I feel like there will be a lots of AI technologies in IIUM, especially to assess student assignments and to give them feedbacks. Then the classroom will be smart because of the uses of technology, and also intelligence system will be used to help the administration to take the correct decision when it comes to important matters. And last but not least, the AI-based robots will be used in teaching also. Now I will talk about green hat, which is about creating new ideas or patching any shortcomings of upcoming ideas. So for green hat, because the online learning platforms like such as edX, Coursera, they are getting much popular, and universities like MIT, they are also opening some courses. There's also hosting this online learning things. So I think it will be a very reality in 2050. So IIM must be flexible or must adapt to these things, and so IIM's class should be conducted through online courses, and virtual reality technologies should be used to give the students a real feeling of the subjects that they are learning by using these technologies that simulates the virtual things in reality. Because of the online learning, which will be a reality in that time, so many of the buildings, laboratories are going to be unused. So IIM should be converting them into some revenue stream so that they are not useless, such as apartments or hotels. And the studies of about future is not there is no clear like that in IIM. So 2050 there will be a clear future studies to study the current trends and events so that IIM can focus about the near future and can quickly adapt to survive in the hot competition that's going to be much tougher in that time. So that's all from my part, and thank you for your patience.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Davura. So today I'm going to talk about the yellow hat. The yellow color stands for sunshine and optimistic. And it is the opposite of the black hat. It is all about finding positive. It has two main questions in the yellow hat. The first one is what value can we see, and the second is how we create this value. And there are the main benefits of the yellow hat. There are three main benefits of the yellow hat. The first one is we can see more benefit. We have a natural tendency to see benefits in our own ideas or in the situation that we already like. With the yellow hat, we don't have to wait for that and can see benefits in ideas that other people bring forward, or in situations that our first time glance might feel very negative. And the second one is that we are more open to finding opportunities. And with the yellow hat, any situation, whether good or bad, we can put it on and try to see what benefit could be extracted from that situation, or what a new opportunity we could go after. And the third one is also a very constructive hat. It's a constructive thinking. It's all about making things happen. About what are ways to get the solution or to get the value. And next is so how the yellow hat apply to the IIUM's university. So here are some example. The first one is the bicycle in the IIUM should be free for the right of the IIUM university student, because it saves time rather than walking to the class, because sometimes the bus is not come on the time and it makes student for to wait for a long time. So uh, yeah, student can, and also that student can exercise and are good for their health. And the second is providing additional parking car or parking motorcycle, because increasing the parking space will prevent students from parking in the prohibited areas and to avoid fines. Also make it more organized. Sometimes the parking car is not enough space for students to park their car or motorcycle, and sometimes it's too hot. Okay, the last one is the student card should be connected to the bank account. because it is definitely safer than using cash, as you would not have to carry a lot of your money and of your cash, and it is also convenient for student. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Shahjahan Sadia, 1733912. For our project, I choose the blue hat. The blue hat is represents control, management, thinking, decisions, controlling the workflow, problem solving, and overall, it's the hat who manages the whole process. So first of all, who wears the blue hat? Uh, in a project or during a work, anyone can wear the blue hat, but it's most of the time that the manager and the chairperson is the one who is wearing the blue hat, who is leading the whole team or moving on for the whole work. So there are four basic criteria, like the four basic things that's the blue hat represents and the blue hat person does is first of all you have focus on outline and design, draw conclusions, monitor and control. For the focus, the first thing is need to you have to have a focus and points out the main factor and make plans how to move on the works, how to go for it. Then comes the design and the outline. After pointing out the basic factors and the important things, we need to construct a prototype, makes an outline and make a design for the project. After the design is done, the blue hat person needs to do a conclusion, a possible outcome for the project, or a possible outcome for the whole work, and summarizing the results and summarizing the work and what could and coming up with a basic conclusion. And mostly the person have to do throughout the whole workflow is that the blue hat person monitors and controls the whole process, uh, finding possible solutions from the problems, how's the work process going, how's everything done. So yeah, that's all. Then so after that, so the first thing for the blue hat person is that, well, the first question the blue hat problem needs to solve is what are the problems we need to solve, finding out the problems, finding out the challenges, and then coming up with the relevant points, while finding a possible solution while going through the project work, finding a relevant points that needs to be considered during the whole process, and also maintaining the positions in a work, who's going to work in charge of what, how is going to go, the whole thing is going to process for progress forward. And also we know there's like five other hats, yellow, blue, black, who what sequence the hats are going to be used, or when and which and in when and in what situation we going to use what hat. It also depends on the blue hat to choose. So as we can see, so the main point for the blue hat is to do the basic maintaining the whole process and coming up with solutions and doing summarization. So for our project, we choose the whole IIUM. We we chose the whole IIUM as concept. So what can the blue hat like in management of IIUM? What can be done for the future and for now? So for the first thing, the first one I chose as the visa unit problems. As being an international student, I have to go to the visa unit, and it's an international university, but so we have a lot of international students. But the visa unit could use more of the management skills, more of that communication skills, and that often because sometimes they lack the management skill a bit, which is a hassle for the other people. And also I feel like for now and for future, I needs to work on the work management and work coordination between the rectory, the main points that solves all the problems, and department management systems. Each kulia and each department have different managements, but sometimes there's like not that much of communication and management between both of them. So a lot of informations, and they might face a lot of not the latest updates. They might not get most of the time a lot of latest updates from the rectory. So that's one of the I think that could resolve or work for that. And another thing I would say about the card reload, they could have installed a card reloader, as IUM uses card punch system, and they don't have any of this inside the campus. And another is the transportation. Although they have shuttle bus, but the shuttle bus sometimes aren't for coming at the correct time. So wherever people have like further dorms or they have to take the uh, buses, they cannot reach in time, which and they have to walk, which is not a convenient thing. And also, as we all are using internet connection right now, and there's a lot of people in students here, staffs and teachers who always is using the Wi-Fi, but and we are facing a lot of problems in the network Wi-Fi, so they need better management in the network and the IT division. They need to find out what are the problems that the solve. Do they need a strong server or a bandwidth problem? And always someone who is in charge to do that. Always find someone to do better works, like someone who is more experienced in this, have them control the situation. So yeah, so these are some of the things I would say about the blue hat could do for the IUM and would represent in an IUM. Uh, that's all for me. Uh, Thank you so much. I hope you like my presentation and my points, and I hope we can work for for better and make IUM as a whole the most prestigious and manageable university. And I hope everyone stays safe and follows the rules. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Shafiq Besanusi, 1916419, and today I'm going to present on the black hat thinking. An effective problem solver needs a mean of proactively identifying the pitfall, dangers, and flaw of a possible solution. Moreover, they must have a method of presenting this information in an unemotional and detached manner that isn't riddled with the preconceived idea or bias. The black hat is the opposite of the yellow hat and represent judgment. Whereas of this hat look for ways that the situation can go wrong. The black hat is used to expose flaw, weakness, and possible danger of proposed idea. On the surface, the idea you got from the yellow hat session may seem perfect. The black hat dives below the surface to find any potential problems. The black hat is essential to keep you from jumping headfirst into a potentially disastrous situation. However, the black hat role is not just to sit around and be all judgy. In addition, this role evaluates, judges, cautions, and scrutinizes the solutions and plans that have been brought forth by the other thinking hats and also identifies resources that may be needed to accomplish your goal. Few objectives of the black hat thinking are to bring the light to light possible flaws and dangers, to highlight inadequate resources, to eliminate weaknesses and bad ideas, to question inadequate contingency plan, to eliminate all weakness and ill thought through ideas. Next, the benefit of the black hat: first, fight your own confirmation bias. Allows everyone, including the person who proposed an idea, to be critical and find potential pitfall. Second, use more of your brain. People who are habitually cautious can excel at fault finding in a formal setting, thus allowing them to be creative and or optimistic at other times. Most of those people welcome the use of the six thinking hats have been surprised by how creative they can be by wearing the green hat, for example. These are some questions to ask with the black hat. Check again white hat. White hat. Does it fit the data? Does it fit our value and ethic? Is it profitable? Thinking, is it illegal? Can we afford it? Will client like this? What is the fatal flaw in this idea? And so on. An example, black hat thinking on IIUM issues. Additional parking space, whether indoor or outdoor, will require a larger allocation to be created in the IIUM with a massive cost. It will also encourage students to build their vehicle to IIUM legally or illegally. IIUM will soon have a rise in the carbon footprint, and this is in the conflict with the Sustainable Development Goal SDGs to transform to transform the world into a better place. Suggestion that can be made is IIUM could increase parking, but students must pay the rent to park their vehicle. This may reduce the number of student vehicles as they do not want to pay the rent of the parking area. Thus may reduce the usage of vehicle in IIUM. So, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.